Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. Today, we have a thought provoking topic to explore, and that is uncovering the essential truths of parenting based on my own experiences as a mom. And I hope you find this helpful. So, let's dive into this. Okay, this first pill is a little bit, an interesting one. Good parents are not always skipping through fields of daisies. And I find this interesting because I had this misconception about parenting before becoming a parent. I always thought it was easy. That's the truth. I just thought like it was easy. When I was growing up, I just thought, toothpaste just appeared in my bathroom, shampoo and conditioner. I didn't actually know how groceries ended up in the fridge. Parenting felt easy. But now that I'm a mom, it's not so much. So we have our rainy days, and being a parent can be a roller coaster ride of emotions. And guess what? Our happiness and fulfillment doesn't solely rely on our kids. We've got our own lives too, and that's totally cool. So I say this because I think sometimes it's easy to get lost in parenting and motherhood, and we lose ourselves. And I think it's so important for us to prioritize some me time. And I spoke about this quite a few times where, it's really, you got to commit to that, make that time for yourself, make that time to go out with your friends, with your husband. So make sure that you're fulfilling and filling your own cup on your own time, and that happiness does not necessarily have to always rely on your kids and what they're doing. Parenting is a never-ending learning adventure. I'm still learning every single day. Harper's 10, and I'm like, something new happens, and now I'm entering the tween years. It's crazy. She's a different person, I tell you. But there's no manual that magically solves all the mysteries of raising kids. We believe that every day is a chance to learn and grow. That's what I tell myself. Each child is a unique little creature. They sure are. Noah is giving me a good run for my money. And what works for one child might not work for the other. And I learned that the hard way because Harper and Noah are both very different kids. And so I always tell myself to keep an open mind and to soak up all the new information and to adjust my parenting style as our little ones grow. And, as I mentioned, Harper's now a tween, or, she's getting into a very interesting stage where she is getting a little bit of an attitude. And I think it's, I'm learning to be a little bit more patient with her. She's shown a lot more sensitivity. So, really taking the time to listen and to help her learn some new coping strategies, because it changes as she gets older. And now let's talk about the power of personalized care for each child. They've all got their own quirks, strengths, and weaknesses, and it's important to embrace their individuality and cater to their specific needs. One-size-fits-all parenting just won't cut it. So as I said, Harper and Noah are very different. So what worked with Harper does not necessarily work with Noah. Noah is an independent little spicy lady. So speaking to her the way I spoke to Harper at that age just doesn't fly. So I'm learning every single day that, Noah is a type of person, she wants to speak her mind whenever she wants. And I have to learn to let her speak and let her talk and be that strong little lady that she was meant to be. And I think, it helps to have a partner who is on the same page as you. So I think that's another thing to mention is that, if you have a partner that you're both on the same page with disciplining and evolving your parenting style with each child. Here's a very important thing to keep in mind as a parent. Children are like sponges. They soak up everything around them. That's not new information. We all know that, but sometimes we forget it. So it's just a good reminder because, they always say kids will do as they see, not as we say. So make sure that you are acting in a certain way and that you're practicing what you preach. Love and emotional support are the secret sauce of child development. When our kids feel unconditionally loved and supported, they blossom into confident little beings. It's the foundation of their future relationships and overall well-being. And I am guilty of sometimes not always being present. I'm often on my phone, and I work at that every single day, telling myself I need to disconnect and be present, because kids know that they notice those things and they feel it. So, I think we need to remind ourselves that we need to be in the now, and it's the time that the kids really want. They don't care for the gifts that sometimes they do, but they really just want us present and they want our time. Active participation in our kids' lives works wonders. So, that's a great transition I was just talking about. Showing up for school events, engaging in heart-to-heart conversations, and supporting their passion boosts their self-esteem, motivation, and sets them up for success. Remember, we have to be their biggest fan. I have a funny story because, Harper once wanted to be a singer and we took up lessons, and she's not a singer. But we supported her and we paid for the lessons. And I think eventually she learned like this just wasn't her thing. And secretly we would joke and say, let's hope she sticks to soccer. But, we really got to be their biggest fan and support them, support their dreams, support their goals, and show them that we are interested in everything that they're interested in, because, they want to know that we're on their team. Parental self-care matters. Again, how often can I hammer this home? Man, we often put ourselves last while taking care of our mini-me's. But guess what? We know this. It's not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. I'll repeat it again. Self-care is not selfish. So it's essential. Take that time for you. I mean, if you have to, book it in your calendar every single day. Like you're going to take a 15-minute walk outside, or you're going to go meet friends for a brunch on Sunday. Just do it because you need it and you deserve it. Last but not least, communication is the name of the game. Man, that's not just in parenting, that's just in life in general. If we truly listen to our children and validate their feelings, we create a safe space for them to have open dialogue. We build that unbreakable parent-child bond, and it's so worth it. And we have been doing this since the very beginning. I want Harper, especially now as she's going to enter the teen years very soon, to be able to feel safe, that she can be comfortable to talk to me about anything. She's learning about her body. She's learning about, how the real world works, that it's not always just easy, and that there's some mean people out there. And, I want her to be able to speak to me about some of these instances, and I want her to feel comfortable. So to keep those lines of communication open and let them know that they're in a safe place and that they can talk to you about anything. So there you have it. Those are my truths of parenting. I'm not an expert. I'm learning just like you are. And life as a parent is a wild ride full of ups and downs and everything in between. So let's learn it together. Embrace the adventure. Remember to be kind to yourself and cherish every moment that makes it all worthwhile. Thanks for tuning in to yours truly, Trisha. I hope you enjoyed this episode.